Welcome back to the channel, Farm with Nick. Thanks for joining me here again on Pantai on my custom farm build. So, I have some updates for you and some new things that I'm about to start. So, I want to bring you along for all that. So the first thing, let me drive to the back of our build here. And I figured out what was going on with the grass, like hay situation. So in the animals, let me go up to sheep. You can see I have grass in there, which is technically hay. And then over in the horse, I also put some hay in there. So what I found out, to get the trigger on those, I had to put the hay bales into the TMR mixer. So I actually just put it in there. It's not going to take the bales on its own. It had to be mixed up, and then the trigger would come up when I came up this way, and it gave me the trigger then. And then same thing with the horses. I drove around and, well, yeah, I'm on the opposite side for the sheep one. But then I drove around the gate and it gave me the trigger for the horses as well. And I was all set. So that was the one issue I had the last time at the last episode, trying to get everything kind of going, operations all set. But it worked, so it was right here, it gives me the trigger, and then the horse one, like I said, it was up and around, and now I'm all set. So just to let you know, and if you're wondering, I was kind of like, lost a little bit. I was like, why is that not letting me get the trigger on that? So live and learn, now I know. Alright, so I'm still in August here, still kind of picking up from the last episode, and reason being is I wanted to drive over here, and we're actually going to expand the operation already. So we have a bunch of fields that are right next to the farm. So my thinking is I want to add some rice fields right away, and you can see there's my worker coming up, and let me just drive off to the side here. And oh, that was so nice of them. They actually picked up a plow for me. Yes, I know, unrealistic plow, but I actually wanted to put in a rice field. So let me jump in the build mode, and our farm is right here. Proximity just to go down the road to these open fields right by the city is so close. So I was thinking this would be field 1, field 2, and field 3, which would be even bigger. And I really want to try some of the rice farming. And I was going to do this field, this larger one, but I might actually just leave that grass, and I'm pretty sure that is grass right now. And I might actually use that. Yes, it is. I might use that for our operation. So let's go and buy some property here. So let's see, field 15. I know that's grass right now. I guess let's leave that. Let's get this one, 19. Let's get 20. And let's buy 21. So our farm is right here. It's so close in proximity. I know I could go for 12 and 7, but they're quite large, and we'll stay small for now. And then I can always expand to 16 and 17 and then kind of loop my way around. That's what I'm thinking. Or even go over here where there's some smaller fields. I know these are going to be some big rice fields for sure, but that's okay. I'll buy probably a couple harvesters, as I know they're a little smaller. So my first thing, I don't know, and I'm going to go and save my game. I've never actually built a rice field, I think, and I've taken off. I'm going to check. Yes. Oh, seasonal growth. Let's take that off. That way I can actually put in our rice. And let's do 1 day per month. Okay. And let's resave that. You never know what might happen. Alright, and let's go into the build mode. So I took off the seasonal, that way I could actually put in our rice fields. Alright, and where am I going? Oh my gosh. There it is, cultivation. So here's the thing for the rice field. And I don't know. Yep, see, it's going to give me a line. And then it's only going to let me get so close to the edge of the field. Alright. And that's fine. I can have the edge of the field grass. I'm okay with that. Alright, I don't see like a trigger here. My mouse cursor here. There. I want to take out most of the field as I can. And like I said, whatever it doesn't, that's okay. I'm just going to plant grass. Let's get right up to there. Let's see, does it keep... It's not going further. And see, I don't know. Can a rice field only be so big? It must. It's not letting me go further there. I see my line. It wants me to like go back. And I don't want to go back. I guess this could just be two rice fields. Alright. Okay, I have one. I'm gonna have to flatten that down. Or maybe I leave it up. I don't know, maybe I can try to flatten it. Let's do overlaps. Let's try another rice field. It gives me the... There it did. So yeah, this is something completely new for me, as you can tell by my struggling here. But I'm kind of excited to try something new. And am I going to continue with the rice farming? I don't know. But, you know, why not? Why not just try it for a little bit? It's one of the big things about 25 here in the new game. Let's remove last corner. So it doesn't let me go further that way, which is odd. Alright, am I going to just have to go on a weird angle like that? I don't want to do that angle though. It can loop back. Alright. Kind of like made a weird angle there. And remember, I have not saved it yet. Just kind of soften this. Which I'm assuming these have to be... You'd want your rice fields kind of raised a little bit to keep the water in when you're flooding. I could be totally wrong, too. Alright. Kind of smooth this just so it looks a little more natural. And then let's get those crops out of there as well. Alright. And soften that down. Hopefully I'm not like messing up the field when the crop is actually planted in there. Hopefully that's not the case. And is that flying up in the air? Yes, it is kind of. Alright. So, I have 2 more fields to put in, and that only allowed me to do 1. I thought I could put in like a super large one, I guess not. And then I would put a drive in here, of course, kind of going up. Alright, so let's go to our painting. And of course, it's not going to give me the other trigger, but I want to get rid of this. All of this around. And a couple strips here. There we go. Just making our way around. And then I'll just plant grass here as well. So yeah, let me know. Have you ever put in a rice field or played around with it yet? I kind of played around on the starting farm, and those starting fields are like quite small. And I get it, because the harvesters are not ginormous, especially if you're doing the wet rice and you're not doing dry, which that's my plan. I mean, I feel like, why would I do the dry rice when it's almost the same as every other crop? Because you're going to take a combine out there, you're going to harvest it as normal, and there's really not much of a difference with any of that. So I thought, oh, what's the point of doing the dry? Which, I mean, you could proceed and try with those different methods. Alright. Not super exciting of an episode here. Okay, and just a little spot. Oh, jumped up. That's my bad on that one. Sorry, corn. Alright, so I might do the other ones kind of off camera, see if I can get those bigger, or if I can redo this. We'll see. Alright, and let's go. I don't like how that looks already. Let's get some grass in, though. Give me the circle trigger here. There we go. So I know I need to flood these fields before I can plant them, which is really cool. So I guess I could start flooding them right now. And then I'll have to buy... Oops, see, that's what's going to happen. It's that bridge, which is going to trigger up the camera, which is going to mess up my planting here. So I wanted to have fields that were obviously close in proximity to my farm. That way I'm not driving, super far away. And then I want to kind of keep everything close to the city and utilize the city as much as possible. And then here, I'll probably do that later, put a little road going through. But I'll do that later as well. Alright, a little smaller here. So people sometimes say, like, with some of my farm builds, like, oh, why don't you show everything? And I'd love to have you build in front of us, which, yes, I don't mind. However, sometimes I am... There we go, start flooding that. Sometimes I am just busy or watching my little guys and just kind of playing off to the side, or they're also playing, and can't have a mic on. I could also time lapse it, I understand that, but I kind of like just doing some of that still. And then at the same time, you can see it's like, well, even just doing that, see how much it takes. Oh, so that's not going to look good there. Ooh, that looks terrible. Okay, so I kind of understand what needs to be done. This has to be deleted, because that's gonna look awful. Look at that edge. And then this, because I lowered it as well, look at that. That looks awful too. Yeah, I don't like that. But this is, you know, part of the learning process and knowing what to do. So let's enter demo mode. Can I remove it? There we go. And same thing here. I would delete that too. So this does have to lift up. I can't really soften those down. It's almost like you need to level and flatten, and this goes up on a slope, so maybe this is not going to be good for a rice field. I mean, you could kind of tear it up here, and then, excuse me, have like a ledge. Alright, so I did not save it. Good thing. But let's just go, just to try. It's by field 15. And I didn't save any of this, like I said. So let's try it over there. Because I know this looks relatively flat. That's why I'm saying that. And we might just change course on this whole this whole build here. Alright, I didn't even see the line. Where is it? Delete last segment. Kind of see it in there. Corner too close. Alright, let's just start over again. Maybe I'm too close to the waterway there. Alright, we'll just give it some buffer. I wish that line was actually like a little thicker. It's very hard to see. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe I need glasses or something, but really hard to see that yellow line that they want you to use to build on. It's gonna let me go mostly. You can see it's like trying to suggest which way to go, but I don't want to go that way. I want most of the field as a plot. Yeah, that looks way better. Oh my. That looks much, much better. Okay. And then here, yeah, you can tell it's raised up a little bit. That's going to be a ginormous rice field. But pretty cool. All right. So I am not going to save it. And I'll have to just do that off camera. But I think there's one rice field, and probably my next one is going to be over here. So I'm going to skip this side. I'm going to skip this one because you can see it's going to slope up to the bridge and the expressway. And I'm going to skip this one, even though this one might be okay. So I guess change of plans. So this will be a rice field, and then I'll have another ginormous rice field over there. And then I'm probably going to go, and like I said, I'm not saving this, so I'll just come back so I don't mess up the fields. So the rice harvesters, I mean, this is all you get. I would buy 2 of these. And then planters, same thing. I would buy 2 of those. And then, oh, look at there. I like to switch it up. Category, achievement. And then consumables, I would go with, yep, probably just the rice. Pallet mods, need 2 of those. And then I would go with all this equipment, and I would need to get it there to the farm. Then you can see I have a slurry tank there. And then I would start with those rice fields. So pretty cool. I'm excited to kind of get going on that, and that is my plan for the next episode, is to get all this equipment there. I'll fix those fields off camera, and we'll kind of take it from there. So thanks so much for kind of joining me here on Pantai here and getting to something a little bit different. So thanks again, and hopefully you enjoy this series. And I'm really looking forward to playing on a little bit more here with you. So thanks again for watching. Hope you have a good one. Take care.